My name is Army Specialist Billy Chandler. In 2008, I was severely injured by an IED while serving in Iraq. This ultimately resulted in a left leg below the knee amputation, severe damage to my left thigh, my hand, and several other injuries. This is my lovely wife, Bridget. We've known each other for a little over 22 years now. We actually met through a mutual friend and just have always been friends ever since, and eventually through time came back together and decided to go ahead and get married and start our lives together.
We have 6 children between the two of us.
Our family together is craziness.
It is so crazy, but it is so fun. Every one of our children is so wildly different. Such great kids. We don't have any trouble out of any of them.
My drive to serve comes from my grandpa. He was in Vietnam and served in the Army. So I grew up as a kid hearing those stories, and just the camaraderie and how he talked about it and everything just really appealed to me at that age. And then 9/11 happened, and I knew then that's where I needed to be. March 27th, we refer to that, everybody that survived that day, as our alive day. That's the day when we truly realized we were alive. We beat odds that were well stacked against us. It was just a normal patrol. We were out delivering funds to a local community to build a school for girls. We just happened to be in the unlucky spot at the unlucky time. I remember seeing the flash in the periscope of the Striker, and I immediately knew we'd hit an IED. Next thing I know, I came to and could taste the mud and the dirt and smelled the gunpowder, and it was, eyes were burning, and I remember hearing for everybody to call out if you're okay, and if you need help, let them know. I would say I was evac'd out of there probably within the first 30 to 45 minutes. Like it was fairly quick. Our medic, he definitely saved my life that day.
I remember his mom the most. She had come around and told everybody that he had been hit, and she didn't know he was going to make it. I remember seeing him for the first time, and it was scary. He looked smaller than what he is now. I mean, he looked weak, you know what I mean? And like, it was just a lot of medical equipment, but he had a smile on his face. He was good to go, you know? He was laughing and making his jokes and trying to make it easy on everybody else, and that's exactly what he did.
I remember seeing Bridget and my mom and everybody's faces and the terror and the worry in their eyes. So as a soldier, what do? You adapt and overcome, so you lighten the situation. I knew from the time that I got hurt that this was going to be an ongoing fight, not just physically, but mentally. Our current living situation is I actually rent a house from my sister and brother-in-law. So it's a nice home, but is it meant for handicaps? No. And there are challenges. You know, there's days that, you know, I come in and my leg hurts and I just need to be in a wheelchair, but I can't, because my doorways are too small. There's not enough room in the house to use a wheelchair.
I'm always worried because a fall for him could be worse than any other thing for most people. It's hard seeing, you know, like him being stuck on the couch, can't get to the house, can't really interact with the rest of the family if we're in the kitchen and he's having a bad day. It's definitely hard not being able to just go outside easily for him, or, you know, go out to the car. We've got to go down steps, and everything is a potential fall hazard.
When Homes for Troops first came into my process was from a brother that I met in Bamsey whenever I was going through rehab. He called me up and was excited and was telling me all about it. I'm not as young as I used to be, and I don't bounce back quite as good. So I decided to go ahead and apply for the organization, and it was 20 minutes exactly from the time that I clicked on the website to where Mara called me. What I love about these homes is the open floor plan. How everything's so open and will allow me the ability to where even when I am in my wheelchair to interact with the family, because we do have such a big family, that, you know, it'll be great when everyone's there that I can still move around and not just have to go off to a corner, and that's where I'm at.
For me, it's the safety features for him. The bathroom, of course, that is amazing, an amazing opportunity for him. I won't have to worry so much about him slipping out of the shower or anything like that. And then again, the family space. It's a fresh start for us, for our family. It's gonna really bring all of the pieces together and make it easier for us to be together as a family. Everyone we've met has been so open and just available for us to ask questions, to make sure we're comfortable, to make sure that we have everything that we need. It just seems like such an incredible group of people that have come together to help some really deserving veterans.
The love and the respect you receive around every corner is amazing. That's the only word you can describe with is amazing. It's not an organization, it's a family. To all the donors and supporters, thank you will never be enough. You're changing lives and you're affecting people in ways that you nor nobody else will ever truly understand.